So my son Kyler just graduated from the Air Force basic training. You're going to see several clips from our trip to San Antonio. I really just wanted to kind of take in a lot of it, so I didn't do as much recording as I could have. Like, for example, the tap-ins where they're standing there and then you tap them and then they're released from parade rest to hug and go with you. I didn't record that because like that, I felt like that was a moment for us. But you are going to see, so what they do is it's a 2-day graduation and they run by you doing their jodies or their cadence, their calling and stuff. So they run by you twice. So they run by one direction and they turn to the other direction and they run by again. And then they march in their what I would call BDUs, but no, it's not called BDUs anymore, but their camouflage uniform. And they have a coin ceremony, so each person gets a coin for graduating. Then they're released. That's when you tap them, and then they get released to you. And then they go change because they can't leave the base or walk around with you with that uniform on. They have to have their blues on. So then they go get their blues on, and then you get to hang out with them for a few hours. So we went, actually the first day, we just we went back to the hotel and went to a nice like steak restaurant. And then the second day they march in and with their blues on, and then same thing, you tap them out. And then it's a bunch of ceremonial stuff, like so for instance, the ones that were getting their citizenship, American citizenship, they get that citizenship upon graduation of basic training, which is super cool. It's that'll make you love America right there. And then they do all this like marching movement stuff, and then they're released to you again. And then that day it's a shorter day that you get them. So we went and saw the Warthog plane because he was in a 321st, which is ironic because me and Tiana were both in the 321st, which is just a training squadron. It's a building, but it's really cool that we were both in there too. Now, for those of you who don't know, Kyler's my youngest child. My older daughter, Analia, who's only a little bit older than him, she's also joining the Air Force, and she will be leaving very soon too. So it would be very cool if she got the 321st. So the Warthog is their plane. Each flight or training squadron gets a plane that's like associated with them. And so we went and saw that, took pictures of that, and then we went to 2 museums on base that were free, and he wanted tacos, so we went to an authentic Mexican taco place where they didn't even speak English. It's down there in San Antonio, so yeah. We have been to San Antonio before, so we really didn't need to do the river walk and stuff like that with him because we've already done it and we knew a lot of people would be going there. But so enjoy the clips. For those of you who don't know, he's still in training, and he has a few more steps to get to where he needs to be, to where he'll leave for tech school. So keep praying for him. It's a long process for the job that he wants to do, and but it's very, very, very it's rewarding. So there you go. Enjoy the clips, and feel free to share this with any of your friends that know Kyler. Thanks. God bless.
321st Training Squadron, Flight 590. Following Flight 590, Flight 591. Following Flight 591, Flight 592. From the 1 Del 3 Training Squadron, Flight 601. Following Flight 601, Flight 602. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain.
Flight 592, led by Technical Sergeant Roxana Hinostroza, Military Training Instructor Trainer, hometown Lima, Peru. From the 322nd Training Squadron, Flight 593, led by Technical Sergeant Gabriela Garcia Castaneda, Military Training Instructor Trainer, hometown Waukegan, Illinois. Our newest airmen and guardians. These events recognize their transition into the profession of arms. We acknowledge the tradition of honor and legacy of valor provided by those who came before and inspire us still today. We would like to also thank the family and friends for their continued support that these graduates will be counting on as they serve our great nation in the years to come.
You know, when I was in school, we used to sing something like this. Listen here. Oh, beautiful, far, spacious skies, far amber waves of grain.
Jacob Rowe, Military Training Instructor, and I will be your narrator for today's ceremony. Today's basic military training graduation is a celebration of the achievements of these graduates. It is also a ceremony that both teaches and appreciates our military heritage. Drill is an integral part of military history, a prominence that rests on the fact that its fundamental purpose was to prepare troops for battle. For the most part, drill procedures practiced in the past were identical to the tactical maneuvers employed on the battlefield. It was this aspect of drill which made it such an important part of training. Even today, drill remains a necessary and useful training activity for instilling discipline and esprit de corps. Over 240 years ago, General Washington enlisted the assistance of Baron von Steuben, a distinguished Prussian officer, to help instill discipline. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing and singing of the United States Air Force Song and Space Force Song.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, share this video, share this content, share the channel. That's how the channel grows. We are trying to get to 5,000 subscribers, and then we're going to be doing a giveaway. So make sure you look out for that. Thanks. God bless.